Hello students. So we have done up to question number 4 of exercise 3.3, and let's just start with the next sum, that is question number 5. Okay, let's just read out. Abhay spent rupees 2310 on shoes and rupees 1872 on books. So Habe has spent how many rupees? 2310 on shoes and 1872 on books. Estimate the total cost he has to pay. So just look very carefully. Here we have to find out estimated cost that he has to pay. So here we will start with the estimation. Okay, so first of all, what will we do? We will estimate the amount or the money spent on shoes. Then we will estimate the amount or money spent on books. Then we will add. So here they have asked only about the estimated value, not about the actual value. Okay, in the previous sums or 3 and 4, you have to do actual and the estimated both. But in this sum, you have to show only estimated value. Okay, so okay, first of all, tell me what will be the estimated amount for 2310. Okay, if you remember that in our previous warm-up exercise, we have already discussed about the estimation, how we will do the estimation. As the first numeric value is 2310. So here nothing is given that you have to estimate near 100 or nearest 1000. What will you do in that case? Okay, in that case, what we used to do, okay, as you can see, okay, I'll show you with the written form. Here the number is 2310. Okay, 2310 is here. Which is the highest place value here? 2, oh sorry, 2 is at the highest place value, that is ones, tens, 100 and 1000. So the highest place value here is 1000. So we will estimate the sum to the nearest 1000. We will estimate it to the nearest 1000. Okay, whenever the estimation on which basis we have to do estimation is not given, in that case we always use the highest place value for estimation. Okay, just as here the highest place value is 1000, so we will estimate this value 2310 to the nearest 1000. Okay, as the number is 2310. Okay, so if we estimate 2310, okay, to the nearest 1000. So what will be the value? As we have already discussed in our previous lecture. So if we have to estimate to the nearest 1000, so what we use to see the number after that or the place value after that. Okay, the number after that or the place value after that is 100 and the place value after that is 100 and the 3 is at the 100 place. So 3 is bigger than 5 or less than 5? It's less than 5. So we will estimate this amount to the previous previous number that contains 3 zeros. Previous number that contains 3 zero. Okay, the number is 2310. Before that, which is the number that contains 3 zeros? Yes, that is 2000. So the answer will be 2000. 2310 will become 2000. Okay, same in the another one. The another value is 1872. Here again we are estimating it to the nearest thousand as, so the number before that is 8, which is greater than 5. So that means we will estimate it to the next number that contains 3 zeros, because there are 3 zeros in the thousand. That's why we will estimate it to the next number that contains 3 zeros. So after 1872, which is the next number that contains 3 zeros? Okay, that is 2000. Okay, so we have estimated both the values to 2000. Now how we will do the calculation? Okay, like this. Money spent on shoes is rupees 2010. Money spent on books is rupees 1870. Don't forget to write the rupee sign. After that, we have estimated both the values. As I have shown you just now how to estimate a value. So after estimating the value, 2310 will become 2000 and 1872 will become rupees 2000. Okay, so both the values came 2000 and 2000. After that, we have to find the estimated money he has to pay. So if we add both estimated cost, that is 2000 and 2000, the answer will be 4000. Therefore, the estimated cost he has to pay is rupees 4000. Just keep in mind, this is the estimated cost, not the actual cost. Okay, so you have to estimate the amount. This is how you will do the sum. Okay, this is the whole sum. Okay, money spent on shoes, money spent on books, estimated value. After estimation, both the values become 2000 and 2000, and the total amount became 4000. So the estimated value he has to pay is rupees 4000. Clear? Again, moving to the next question, question number 6. As we can see, Rohan bought the following: an old car for rupees 71,819 and a new scooter for rupees 22,010. Estimate the total cost. So in this question will be also like the above one, like we have done in question number 5. This will also be same. So first of all, we will estimate the cost of old car. Then we will estimate the cost of new scooter. Okay. One more thing. Okay. We have to estimate them. We have to estimate the value. So we will estimate to the value to the which to the nearest to which we will estimate it around. We will, as you can see, the highest place value in the both numeric numbers is 10,000, as the 9 is on 1. Okay, I'll show you like this: 71819. This is the value now. This is ones, tens, 100, 1000 and 10,000. Okay, so the highest value here is 10,000. So we will estimate this to the nearest 10,000. Okay, so both the numbers will be estimated to the nearest 10,000. Clear? So after estimation, both the values of the estimated value of both the old car and the new scooter will come, and after that you will add. Okay, so this is your homework. This question you will do yourself only. Okay, question number 6 of exercise 3.3. Moving to the next. Okay, the exercise is done. Okay, now moving to the next exercise. very simple one. We have already done in this kind of sums in our previous classes. Okay, 3.4, frame a word problem, write a story. So here you have to write a story of your own for each of the following. So here, as you can see, 4 sums are given and the values are given. So you have to frame a word problem for each sum. Okay, so you can just like as we do in the word problems, you will narrate, or sorry, you will frame a word problem. Okay, so the first one, let's take the first one at 86 and 78. Okay, don't stick to a single or the typical or the difficult word problem. Make it as simple as you can. Okay, just I'll take the first one, 86 plus 78. Okay, you can say that Seema has 86 chocolates and the Rima has 78 chocolates. So how many total chocolates they both have altogether? Simple, keep it simple. Okay, so I have also done a sum for you all. Here it is. Okay, the first one, 86 plus 78. Rahim has 86 toffees, Raju has 78 toffees. How much total toffees they both have altogether? Okay, so simply you have to tell what is the total amount, you have to frame a simple word problem. Okay, don't make it a complex statement, just keep it as simple as you can. Okay, simple. Okay, moving to the next. Okay, this is the end of our chapter, and the rest, question number 2, 3 and 4, that you will do yourself only. Okay, so you will write a story or frame a word problem by yourself only for the question number 2, 3 and 4. Okay, okay, just one thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, just keep the word problem realistic kind of. Okay, suppose in the question number 4, here it is 21,715 and 49,486. So you can't write that Rima has 21,715 chocolates and the Seema has 49,486 chocolates. Okay, so keep it realistic, like you can write it like this. Sham has bought a scooter for rupees 21,715 and Rohan has bought a bike for rupees 49,486. Or you can take, okay, so keep it like this, realistic, like you can also Rohan has bought a scooter for rupees 21,715 and a bike for rupees 49,486. How much total amount did he pay? Okay, you can keep it like this, don't rush with a single um, line, just the chocolates, trophies, extra. Keep the word problem realistic. Okay, so with this our chapter has got finished, chapter number 3, that was addition. So I hope you all are doing your homework and the class work, as I mean classwork, like these videos daily. Okay, so moving to the next chapter. Okay, okay, this is the chapter test. This one you also have to do in your books only. Okay, if you don't have any book, then do it later on, and those who are having their books, just do the chapter test also of all the chapters. Okay, now moving to the next chapter, chapter number 4, subtraction. What is the name of the chapter number 4? Subtraction. Okay, what is subtraction? What is subtraction? Subtractions means to take out something for anything, it can be. Okay, subtraction means that you have to take out. Okay, you have already done 3-digit, 4-digit subtraction with and without borrowing in your previous class 3, and today we will start with 3, 4 and 5 digit subtraction with carry or with borrowing and without borrowing also. Okay, so first of all, subtraction without borrowing. So here the first example is subtract 25,632 from 48,756 and write the number sentence. Okay, as you can see in the question, it is given subtract 25,632 from, that means from 48,756. That means you have to subtract 25,000 something from 48,000. From means usme se. Okay, so after in the solution, simply you have to subtract, like in the this form. In the you have to write, first of all you have to write, for doing subtraction, first of all you have to write both the numbers in the column form. Okay, one important thing for subtraction, what is that? Yes, the bigger number is always on the top or is above, is always above. That means a bigger, you can't subtract a smaller a bigger number from a smaller number. Can you subtract 9 from 8? But you can easily subtract 8 from 9. Okay, so in subtraction the bigger number will always be on the top. Okay, so here in example number 1, the bigger number is 48,756 minus 25,632. So from the, we always do calculation from the right hand side, as you all know. Okay, 6 minus 2, 4, 5 minus 3, 2, 7 minus 6, 1, 8 minus 5, 3, and 4 minus 2, 2. So the answer is 23,124. And at the last you have to write the number sentence also. So simply first you have to write 48,756 minus 25,632 is equal to 23,124. Simply. Okay. Okay, this is a very important one. You have to keep in mind, especially in subtraction questions, the number from which we subtract the other number is called minuend. Okay, in the first line it is mentioned that if we subtract, okay, the number from which we subtract the other numbers, that means the bigger number from which we subtract the smaller number is always called minuend, and the number which is subtracted, that means the smaller number which is getting subtracted from the bigger one, is called subtrahend. Okay, and the result which we get after subtraction is called difference. So the result which we get after subtraction is difference. Okay, I'll show you with the help of example, like here. So you suppose you have to subtract 4,400 210 from 99,999. So which is the subtrahend and which is the minuend? So the number, okay, as you can see, we will always write the bigger number on the top and the smaller number 44,210 at the bottom. Okay, from these two, which one is the subtrahend and which one is the minuend? Okay, the bigger number from which the other numbers are subtracted is called minuend. Okay, and the numbers which are getting subtracted, or the smaller number, is called subtrahend. Okay, and the answer which comes here is called difference. Is called difference. Clear? So this is one is the very important one. Okay, so let's just start with the first exercise, exercise 4.1. So in exercise 4.1, okay, these all sums are without borrowing. That means there is no carry or no borrowing. It's a simple division that you were doing in your previous classes also. Okay, moving to the first question, subtract 87,569. Okay, sorry. So here we have to subtract uh, 73,021 from 87,569. Okay, I'll show you again. Simple division. I'll just show you for our quick recall. And in first question, what we have to do? We have to subtract 87,569 minus 73,021. Simply we have to subtract. So 9 minus 1, 8, 6 minus 2, 4, 5 minus 0, 5, 7 minus 3, 4, and 8 minus 7, 1. So the answer is 14,548. Simple subtraction without any borrowing. Okay, so you have to simply subtract. Okay, so this is the first question. Moving to the next. Okay, up to question number 6, you have to simply do it on your book. Okay, for just practice. Okay, I'll just show you one more question from these. Let's take question number 4. Okay, so in question number 4, sorry, in question number 4, what we have to do? 98,756 minus 87,634. Okay, 6 minus 4, 2, 5 minus 3, 2, 7 minus 6, 1, 8 minus 7, 1, 9 minus 8, 1. So the answer is 11,122. So as you can see, we have taken nothing, we have not borrowed any number from the other number. It's a simple division, sorry, it's a simple subtraction. Okay, so first and the fourth sum we have done. Okay, so in the next question, question number 7 to 12 also, these are the simple subtraction. And from question number 7 to 12, you can do any 3 sums for practice, as you already know how to do the subtraction. And those who are having any kinds of doubt in subtraction, they must do all the sum. Those who are having any doubts in subtraction, they must do all the sums. And those who are clear with the concept of subtraction, you can do any 3 sums from question number 7 to 12 in your notebooks. Okay, so moving to the question number 13. Okay, as we can see here, find the difference when subtrahend is 31,146 and minuend is 46,287. Okay, so just starting before starting this exercise, we have already discussed about the subtrahend, minuend, okay, and the difference also. Okay, first of all, tell me, what is difference? Yes, the difference is the number which comes after subtraction. If we subtract two numbers, the answer that comes is called difference. Okay, like this. Okay, like this as we have done here. This is the difference. Okay, and in these two, which is the subtrahend? Sorry, which is the minuend? The number which subtract others number, or the bigger number that subtracts the smaller number, is called minuend. So the this 98,756 is minuend. Okay, and this 87,634, this one is subtrahend. This one is subtrahend. Okay, the bigger number is minuend and the smaller number is subtrahend. Okay, and the number which comes after we subtract the both the numbers is called difference. The answer that comes is called difference. Okay, so let's just start. Okay, so in question number 13 A part, subtrahend is given 31,146 and minuend is given 46,287. So here we have to find out the difference. So okay, I'll just show you how you will do these sums. Keep in mind, in question number 13 A part, subtrahend is 31,146. Okay, and minuend is 46,087. So here I have shown you with an arrow that minuend minus subtrahend is equal to difference. Minuend means bigger number, subtrahend means the smaller number, and the answer that comes is called difference. So in this question the minuend is 46,287. So first of all we have written that, and the subtrahend is 31,146, and after subtraction, as we subtract 7 from 6 is 1. Okay, I'll just show you with proper calculation on my copy here. Okay, so the number was our minuend was 46,287 and the subtrahend was 31,146. So we have to subtract here. 7 minus 6, 1. 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 1, 1. 6 minus 1, 1. 4 minus 3, 1. Okay, so the answer came, it was just sorry, sorry, I have done it wrong. We will again do the calculation. 7 minus 6 is 1, 8 minus 4 is 4, 2 minus 1 is 1, 6 minus 5, 1 is 5. Okay, 4 minus 3 is 1. So the answer is 15,141. Okay, so 50,141 is our difference. Clear? So simply you have to show your answer like this, and at the last you have also to show the difference is equal to 15,141. Okay, at the last you must show it difference. Okay, and in B part, moving to the B part of the sum number 13. Okay, same as A part, the minuend is given 86,525 and the subtrahend is given 43,112. So subtrahend is there, minuend is there, and you have to find out the difference. So the difference will be whatever we get after subtracting subtrahend from minuend. Okay, you must have observed one thing in the minuend and the subtrahend. If you have got any confusion regarding what is minuend and what is subtrahend, in that case what you will do, you will see which is the bigger number here. As in A part, as you can see, the first number is 31,146. It is 31,000. Then the another number is 46,287. Okay, so it is clear that 46,000 is the bigger number. So it will definitely will be the minuend and the other number will be the subtrahend. And you all already know the answer is always difference. Okay. So B part, try to do it yourself. Okay, so so today your homework is that you have to do, I'll just give you some more homework as you are now in class 4. So do 6 question of exercise 3.3 and any 2 questions from exercise 3.4 and 1 to 6 question on the book and 2 or 3 questions from 7 or 12 and the rest B part of question number 13. Okay, so that means all the remaining parts that we have not discussed in any chapter earlier or later we will not discuss. That means they are same like the other ones that we have already discussed. So in that case you have to do those sums. Nobody is going to skip any sum. Okay, you will not skip any sum. You will do all the sums along with your questions. Okay, you will write all the sums according to proper exercise along with all the question, whether it is a word problem or other sums. Clear? Do it properly. Okay, and whichever the questions we have not, whichever the part we have not discussed, that you will do yourself only in all the exercise we have done till now or we will be doing next. Okay, so this is your homework. Do your work neatly. I always told you, just do your work very neatly, clearly, and if you have any doubts, just give me a message on the WhatsApp group, our WhatsApp group. Okay, along with your names. Do write the name while you write any kind of doubt in the WhatsApp group. Okay, good day.